Every night I dream of freedom, and then I open my eyes and I'm in the same familiar jail cell. I take a few minutes to swallow my disappointment and begin my morning push-ups. Maybe tomorrow I'll wake up somewhere else. I've not lost hope. Tomorrow has come, and I do wake up somewhere else, but this is important, especially if you are at home and you're not yet as successful as you want to be, if you don't have your life in exactly the place you want it, if you still feel trapped, whether it's financially or some other way. You wake up and you must be dreaming of freedom, but when your eyes open, after the disappointment, swallow the disappointment, take a minute and look around you and say, I deserve more than this. But then, what's the important point? Begin my morning push-ups. You must begin to work instantly. I did not miss a single day of training in that jail cell. I had no access to a gym. I had no access to any kind of workout equipment. It was just me in a jail cell with you, with bottles of water, 2-liter bottles of water, holding them out as long as I could hold them out for. And then I'd drop to the ground, and I'd wait a few seconds, and I'd do it again. Endless push-ups.
We had the time.
That's all we had, is the time and the will in your mind. I never missed a day of training, not a single day. I didn't sit and say I'm too depressed, I'm too sad, it's too cold in this freezing cell. We were arrested in December. I didn't eat enough because it's Ramadan. No excuses. Every single day we trained, we woke up disappointed, we swallowed the disappointment, and we got to training every single day. If we could train in a freezing cold jail cell in Romania, the cockroaches all around us, with no idea when we're going to be allowed freedom once again, you can train in a nice gym, an air-conditioned gym in California. What is your excuse?
What is your excuse?
Absolutely insane. And people who do not think anymore. When you think, you see information and you process it and you come to your own conclusions based on your own life experiences and perhaps other inputs or other opinions from people around you. You actually consider ideas and consider opinions and think and decipher them. But when you don't think, you just listen to whatever you are told and you repeat it. And that's what we have. We no longer have a society with two different groups of people thinking in two different ways. You have a group of people who are thinking and a group of people who are repeating. It's very different to repeat information and to think about information. And that's actually what's truly scary when you understand that your detractors have no interest in the truth. We can sit and show endless evidence that we're completely innocent. They don't care. They're going to repeat what they're told to repeat and do not think they repeat. You didn't touch a computer or any of these things, and we're making a joke and making it all lighthearted now, but truthfully, it has a very profound effect on your mind. And I promised when I left jail that I'd retain some of the lessons and retain some of the gratefulness and also retain my ability to truly imagine again. You can't imagine anymore. Your brain's been attacked and destroyed by TikTok and the internet. You can't imagine, but when you're in a jail cell in the perfect silence, you can imagine completely and utterly in the dark, in the middle of the night when you can't sleep. That's when you can imagine again. And what's actually most upsetting and disappointing to me is that since I've left jail, despite my dedication towards retaining this ability, it's nearly impossible to truly use my imagination once again. Once you have electronics and devices and women are messaging you and all this garbage is happening in your life, you lose your ability to imagine. And it's a shame because it's a superpower. We talk about manifestation in and of itself, but I think imagining things, you can obtain the results. Now, I'm going to say something like I always say with basically no scientific evidence, but I know I'm never wrong about anything. So nice. I'm just going to say it.
Nice. Dr. Andrew.
Dr. Andrew, if you imagine something truly and fully, if you truly completely imagine it, to a degree, your body will react to it. Let me give you an example. If you truly imagined yourself at war, day after day, you imagined yourself under attack, defeating the Matrix agents, you're top G, you're walking through life, the agents are coming, you're doing Aikido, and you're destroying them, and you're the most powerful man in the world. If you truly imagined that and felt it in your mind to the point where you thought you were there and you felt it in your body, I would guarantee you, after X amount of time, you would have a higher testosterone level and your muscles would be stronger than if you didn't. I will guarantee you that. Life for the average man is getting harder and harder. It's becoming more and more difficult. You find more and more ways to stand out. The only way to really do those things, unfortunately, as a man, is to suffer. And that's one of the reasons I'm kind of glad that I'm put in jail. Because if you look at anything that builds a man into a man, there's a degree of suffering. It's very hard to become a man and have a man who's respected and has stories and
is capable when he only had a nice life and nice experiences. It's usually the things that made you the best version of you are usually the worst things that happened to you. So the demons I carry from jail, the fact that I can't sleep. The fact that I can't sleep, I've had girls say to me, you can't sleep, you need to see a psychiatrist. And I said, absolutely not. I would be furious if a psychiatrist walked in here and took my demons from me. I don't care if they could fix me with a click, they're mine. And they were bestowed to me by God. And they are mine to deal with, and they are mine to fix, because that's how I become a better version of me. I would be furious if someone took them away from me. I'm glad I can't sleep. Good, I can train endlessly. That's why I'm bigger than I've ever been. I'll train I'm not going to waste a minute. But all the demons that have been given to me by God and all the problems that have been given to me by God are mine to fix. I would never, ever allow anybody else to take them from me. I'd be furious. If a psychologist came in and said I could cure you, I'd say, no, thank you. I will cure myself. I don't care if it takes 10 years. I'll cure myself. That's my job. The world is hyper-competitive. Every single thing in the world is competition. I don't think people realize I'm a hyper-competitive person because I understand that every single thing I want, somebody else wants. The girl I want, other people want. The car I want, other people want. The house I want, other people want. The lifestyle, the jet, every single thing you want, somebody else wants. It's a massive competition. As a man, you have two choices. You either accept that as a massive competition and try and play the game, or you just try and pretend it's not a competition and live in perpetual failure. If I could lie right now for $10 million and nobody would find out, nobody, I still couldn't do it because God would know and he'd punish me sooner or later. I really truly believe that I would pay the price of that right. I truly believe. I think if you're a man and you're growing up and you're saying, how do I act? What do I do in this scenario? What would God want you to do? Tell the truth. You'd be amazed how far just telling the truth will get you. In any situation, I can give you benign situations, it doesn't matter. Your girlfriend called you. Oh, and no, and I barely know her. Just say, yes, sorry, I love you, I'd love to stay together. But you did this, sorry. I'm leaving. Okay, good. Next station break. Just tell the truth. It could have gone on for weeks. She could have kept spying. She could have called the girl. All this drama. Just sometimes in life, you just man up and tell the truth.